Hello friends, good morning, good evening, and welcome back if you're watching my video. I wanted to share some update on the issues or the infections or the pest problems that we usually have on these table roses or those moss rose or the purslane and portulaca plants. I posted one video earlier about a black insect infection on Portulaca. So with this I just want to show you some of these current problems that I have, which would probably help you, and you can remediate it as well. So unfortunately I've got a lot of new varieties and I've planted them in each colors in different small pots, and we had a little bit of monsoon in between the summer, but I don't know how this happened all of a sudden. And kind of all plants, all the purslanes are almost infected. One is the tiny black insects which I showed earlier, and as usual mealybug, and the third one is the root rot, or the stem getting rotted completely, which you might have experienced mostly either well-rooted plants, or it could be a stem that you've just you've planted it for a stem cutting which you've planted. So those are three things that I wanted to share today. So first of all, the black insects. It will look like, let me find a stem here. There are quite several of them actually. I'm just trying to zoom in. So it'd be tiny, black in color, and there would be ants, because there are ants on this plant. Let me find another one. There's ant. So if you could see the black tiny bug which is there on the plant bud, so I've zoomed in quite a bit, so actually it's very tiny, and you'll see it's completely covered by black insects. So let me find another stem right here. So this is how it'll look like, and it'll affect all the nearby plants. So easy remedy one is to trim those stems, pluck them off completely, or spray neem oil. So that's the only two options that we could do, easiest option. So I'm trimming all the plants, and which is good actually, it'll promote more growth. So if you see a plant here, I've actually trimmed all the stems from top to remove those black bug. I think there is some here as well on this one. So I've removed it actually. So that is the best thing that you could do. Don't worry about it, because it will regrow very quickly if you provide good care and support. So it will grow quickly, and all of these are planted like less than a month old, and they are all growing from stem cutting. And the second problem is mealybug. I don't get mealybug so often. So this time, and out of like 10-20 plants that I've looked at, I never had mealybug. So I have cosmos plant nearby, so I believe it must have come from that. So so you can see the mealybug here, and again ants will be there on the plant. So it's another one next to this which I showed. So if there are just one or two, you can handpick them instead of destroying the stem completely. Just remove them by hand, or just spray water in high force from your shower gun or the water gun that you use for watering from the hose, or you could spray neem oil. You can do one of these, which is, because I don't have much of these in any of these plants, they are pretty much look good. So, but I'm looking one by one. You should, so when you water or when you manure, when you try to spray insects repellent, just try to push the stems aside, and that is how you will be able to see if something is infected, if you have those kind of bugs around, rather than just spraying from top. So never spray simply on top, just move around the stems, and so whenever you're spraying neem oil or anything, it gets covered completely. So these tiny buggers, so you could remove it by hand, or you can cut them off or use neem oil. So I'm going to hand pick them. And the third issue that I've mentioned is the stem or root rot. So I think I'll show one of this here as a good example. So this stem right here. So although the rest of the plant on the right side is healthy, so this stem is kind of, it started to getting rot. That if I go further down, this stem is infected. So I can cut the stem off completely. So I don't want this to spread. Whereas although these all belong to same plant, sometimes what happens is if you continue to water it and I don't do anything about it, the whole plant will go away. So the best thing is, so this is a healthy stem right here. So I'm going to cut this off and set it to root separately. So any healthy stems that you find, take them off and plant it separately, and remove the plant and just dispose it, so it doesn't affect others. So that is one of the easiest things that you could do when you identify such issues, if you're finding that. So it could be because of overwatering. Looks like this pot has a lot of moisture in it, probably because all the other plant looks good. So that could be one of the reason. And second, fungus. If I don't have that to show, but because of over moisture, you could, if you see around the root, there could be powdery white stuff around the root. So that could be one of other reason which causes the roots to, or the plant to rot completely and die off. So the easiest solution is to cut the stem and put them to reroot, and you can save it. And other thing that you could do is sprinkle a little bit of fungicide, which we have, I think, several of them. I'll put it in the description box. I usually have SAF, S-A-A-F. Just sprinkle a little bit of that around the root on the pot. I do it for a lot of plants like hollyhock, lily sometime, when I'm setting the bulbs for germination. So never had any issues with that, so you can do that. So those are the 3 problems I wanted to talk about and how to mitigate it quickly and easily. So today I'm going to do the cutting and inspecting all my plants, and ensuring and making sure they all grow healthy and good. So I'll come back with more updates soon with propagation techniques, or how to save them from during rain and all of that, because we are expecting a big monsoon soon. So I don't want to lose all these plants that I've collected over a period of time from different friends. So I have like 50 plus varieties of Purslanes and Portulaca actually, so I don't want to lose them. So I'll come back with more updates soon, and thank you for watching everybody. Happy gardening. If you have any questions, let me know.